I saw the trailer and I just had to watch it. Really good. Hello, welcome to Just My Thoughts. I'm your host, Khaleel Ward. On this episode, I'll be talking about The Summit of the Gods. It's a French animation. It's based on a manga. It follows this photojournalist who's working on a story, and then he comes across this camera from a famous mountain climber, well, mountaineer, I guess is the proper term, who tried to climb Mount Everest. He also notices this other famous mountaineer who takes the camera, who had disappeared years ago. So his brain starts working, and he's trying to flip it to his supervisor to write this story about this camera because of who climbed Everest first. Basically, this camera might have evidence that this particular mountaineer climbed Everest first, but he disappeared. He died essentially. He was never found, so nobody knows how far he got, to Everest. And the camera was used, for evidence to take pictures, when you reach the top and everything like that. So his story is trying to find this other mountaineer who disappeared years ago. So as he's going through archives and reading stories about this particular guy, I think his name is Habu. We start getting the flashbacks, and we see Habu and the reasons why he wanted to climb, and just the way he acted. He was kind of a loner. He worked with other people, other climbers, but they weren't as serious as him. So he was away from the group. They would like to have fun and party. He was just so serious about climbing all the time. And at times he would climb with a partner, and it's like he would get some kind of praise, but he's like, I need to be more famous, because if he gets more famous and he does bigger feats, he gets more sponsors, so he doesn't have to pay, to go on these climbs. But he alienates himself from others because it's not that he just wants all the glory, but he doesn't really work well with others. So you get to see his story, progress as the journalist is just going through all these different stories, trying to get any leads to find this guy, because he's been gone for I want to say it was 8 years. And at one point in the movie, it just hooks you, because again, mountain climbing is super dangerous, especially if you go by yourself. And he started going by himself, and it gets dark. There are really tense moments. Sometimes he's climbing just a mountain, or he's climbing in the winter, which is even crazier. There's some tragedies that happen, and I was like, wow, I didn't expect it to happen this way. And the journalist is trying to find out, he's trying to understand the why of it all. Like, why are they climbing? Why do you keep climbing? You reach one mountaintop and then you go for another. Something bad happens, but you still push on to do it. And it's really cool. There's really some crazy moments, during, one of the climbs. And it's like, wow, for an animated movie, this is really dark and scary. And I was hooked watching it. I sat up, I wanted to see this story through, and I wasn't disappointed. I think it's something people should check out. Again, it's in French. I watched it in French. You can watch it in English, but it just, I don't know, the tone felt different, when I switched it to the French dialogue. The music is really well done, especially when they're on the mountain. But again, watch the trailer. That I watched all 3 trailers. There's 3 trailers on Netflix. I watched all of them, just because I was like, wow, this is a crazy story, and I want to see what happens in this particular movie. So check it out, Summit of the Gods. It's not that long. It's French. It's animated. It's a PG movie. You want to watch it with your kids, but check it out. It's really good. I enjoyed it. But if you've seen it, please let me know what you thought about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.